get some love too. I am happy to announce the inducted into the Sturgis Motorcycle Hall of Fame this year is Terry Rymer. Please watch this video with me right now.
Born in September of 1960 in Aberdeen, South Dakota, Terry Rymer was raised in a single-parent home with his mother and two younger sisters. Motorcycles were never on Terry's radar. That all changed in 1971 when he and his cousin Al went to watch On Any Sunday in the local theater. That epic film sparked an ember for all things two wheels. Of course, in the beginning it was just jumping a bicycle over garbage cans in the alley. But at the age of 17, that ember turned into a flame. Terry purchased a new 1977 Yamaha IT-175 that served as both a race bike and a road bike. That purchase made Terry a staple at the local Yamaha shop, which turned a free-time hangout into a full-time job in 1978. Learning motorcycle sales, parts sales, promotions, marketing, but mainly improving great customer interaction and experiences, all of which proved to be valuable tools for the future. On days he wasn't working, he spent his time riding and racing. Cold Aberdeen winters were spent tearing down bikes to modify and rebuild them, replicating the pro race bikes from that time. Then at the age of 24, wanting more of a motorcycle racing scene, Terry packed up everything and moved to Rapid City. He started working for Bill Gickling in the parts department at what was at the time Black Hills Yamaha and Harley Davidson in downtown Rapid City. He soon became parts manager while continuing to race and enjoy off-road riding in the Black Hills. In 1986, things started to accelerate with Harley Davidson and the annual Sturgis Rally. A new building was built to accommodate more demand, and the business was moved to Omaha Street. Continued growth and opportunity provided Terry a great deal of experience, especially during the 50th anniversary of the Sturgis Rally. Each year during the event, the parking lot began to fill with more and more vendors. To maintain this growth, Terry would attend many motorcycle races, rallies, and dealer shows around the country, which helped him to form many of the relationships that are still in place today. In 2002, under new ownership with Terry as general manager, Black Hills Harley-Davidson moved to its present location on I-90 at exit 55 in Rapid City. After 25 years, from parts counter to general manager, Terry's lifelong commitment to the dealership paid off, as his dream came true in 2010 when he was made partner of Black Hills Harley-Davidson. Once again, growth and opportunity were at the forefront. New ideas and building more relationships would serve Terry well, as his partners made bold investments and decisions to make Black Hills Harley-Davidson a premier dealership. Motorcycle racing was and still is Terry's passion, with a particular interest in flat track. Terry has promoted or co-promoted many races throughout his career and presently owns a race team that sponsors local Sturgis rider Dawson Schieffer, campaigning in the American Flat Track Series. To Terry, great friends and relationships are the best part of motorcycling and the business. Terry is proud to be married to his wife Melanie Rymer and has two sons, Trevor and Travis, who not surprisingly both share the same passion for two wheels as well. The Sturgis Motorcycle Museum and Hall of Fame is proud to welcome Terry Rymer into the class of 2019.
Here we are. Pretty cool, huh, Mother?
And like my friend Mark Berg says, even the sun shines on a dead dog's ass once in a while. Honored to be here. Everyone was asking me, you gonna write a speech? I can write a speech. Been winging it my whole life. I'm gonna continue to wing it. So we'll just start in the beginning. Growing up in Aberdeen, cousin Al, riding. Hell, we went duck hunting on a motorcycle once. got my first bike in 1977, worked hard to get that, hung out at the Yamaha shop, and I saw lots of ideas and things that should have been that I thought I would like to see as a customer at that shop. So Lauren Howe, the owner then in 78, gave me a chance, hired me. And I'll never forget, the first year we had an open house, April 20th, kind of a cool day for me. And the sun came out. It was in Aberdeen, South Dakota, of all places, which you know where Aberdeen, South Dakota is. It's cold as hell in the winter. And the sun came out April 20th, and we that day we sold 18 motorcycles on our big open house. And Lauren Howe, the owner at the time, took me out to dinner, bought me a leather jacket. Couldn't thank me enough for all the help that we inspired to make happen. So then from there on, I bought a Suzuki GS 1000S, that blue and white one you saw me on in the video. And I want to say that bike I sold like 25, 30 years ago to a guy who sold it to his brother, who sold it to another guy. And I got a phone call about 2 months ago. And the guy says, hey, I got your old Suzuki. You mean my blue and white 1000S? Yeah, your old bike. I said, what do you call me for? He says, you want to buy it? I said, what do you want for it? I didn't care what he wanted for it. I was going to buy it. $1,000 and it's yours. All right, sold. So 2 weeks ago, it's now sitting in my son's garage, so it's back. So, like the video said, we grew up riding, racing. We take them all of our bikes, tear them apart in the wintertime. I mean, down to the frame. Take the motor apart, Calgary the motor. Weisco piston kits, Yoshimura cams. I had the Suzuki. Cousin Al had the Honda. Mark had the Kawasaki. We'd roll over to Elkhart Lake every year. I was Wes Cooley, he was Eddie Lawson, Brent Spencer. It was badass. We just rode all the time. I know I'm choking up, fans, so just suck it up. So anyway, from there, around Aberdeen, it was a good time, but we were racing a lot. I was racing motocross, which I sucked at because I tried to go too fast and I crashed a lot. So I wanted to go flat track, and I really did, and I came out, I got a job. Bill hired me, Black Hills Harley, Yamaha downtown, and took a chance and started flat track racing, whatever. Rex Conrad, my neighbor, had a garage, went over, built spacers, took my IT200 and made it into a flat tracker, and then just kind of kept building from there. Bought a Rotax, went racing with that, and I gotta tell you, one day, what happened was, when I started working at Black Hills Harley, we were still selling new shovel heads, and so that's how long it's been. First Evo came out, well, Bill bought a piece of property on Omaha Street, and I'm like, where are we going, Bill? He says, Terry, get the truck, let's go for a ride. We go over to Omaha Street, 12-pack of beer, of course. He goes, what do you think of this place? You think we could put a dealership here? I said, hell yeah, look at the traffic. It's crazy. Park right next door, got a stream, and we rolled. I mean, he built the building, and I remember we were moving in. I had an old El Camino, and I was moving the parts bins from the old store downtown into my El Camino, back into the showroom, and unload all the parts boxes, put them on the shelves, just get the whole place set up. Did a burnout in the showroom, my El Camino. Anyway, what a ride from there. So I'm working on my Rotax in the shop one day. I had Thursdays off. Thursday was my day. I had my Rotax back in my flat tracker back in the shop, and the place was taking off like a rocket. Now it's like 1988, right? And you know how it was back then with Harley Davidson. It was going nuts. And Bill came back. He goes, oh, what are you doing? I said, I'm working on my race bike. I want to go racing. He looks at me and he goes, so, you going to race or you going to work? Because I need you. And I made the decision to sell that bike, buy a trail bike, and go to work. I think it was a good decision.